completely different. Um, so kind of case in point, I know for me, when I'm working here at the house, I get to a point and I've just got to either go take a walk or I'm going to go on a bike ride and then I'll come back to it. I mean, I've just had to find this rhythm because like you, Serge, is there's no days off and we're working at all times of the day. You're getting up early and you think you're going to get up early and finish early and you don't. It winds up being the longest day that you have. It's maddening how it works out. But so you just kind of find those managing the rhythms there. What are you guys finding that's helpful for you? Anybody?
I do three specific things. One, and I've been talking about this in the devos that I put out, is meditative prayer. I slow down first thing and get centered, because if I'm not centered, the rest of my day is chaos.
Yeah.
So I do that. I make my cup of coffee. I go and I sit with Jesus. That is the first thing I do. And then I've been cooking a lot. If you're a friend of mine on social media, man, you have seen it. I have made everything from sourdough to cinnamon rolls to you name it. I'm just cooking it. And the other problem with that, it leads to, the waistline. We've jokingly called it the COVID-19, where you're going to gain 19 pounds from this. That's right. So I've been exercising to try and counteract that, because that's what I don't want to do. Is I don't want to walk out of this 20 pounds heavier. Do a lot of the work that I did. But those are the three things that I do to just kind of manage and cope, my coping mechanisms in the midst of this. And then, picking up the phone and just calling people, talking to friends, staying connected.
It's good.
That matters.
Yeah. Doing a lot of out. Good. Yeah. Bronson.
I do a similar thing. I think at the midday point, though, what I end up doing is I go for a walk, and at the end of the last 10 minutes of the walk, because it's usually like about 30-minute walk, I ask myself, what were my main goals this morning to get done? And am I almost done with with them? And if I'm not, that then becomes number one priority, because the first thing I thought that morning was the most important thing. Now, of course, there are some emergency things that will have to happen, but I think a midday check-in with yourself, am I getting what I needed to get done?
Yeah, that's good. Nice. What else?
I tried the getting up early and knocking a couple of actual items off the list routine for a while, but I find that my day is better set up if my day starts with a little chair time. And I don't mean to, be like, hey, that's the pastor's answer, but that I got away from that early on because I just was in this panic mode, right? Of what do we got to get done?
Yeah.
Managing school for my kids. And then, and I still was getting up but the coffee was, walking from rooms and then, so now I just start by some chair time. And the chair time looks different sometimes, it's just a little bit of that schedule to center and get focused. It's like, shooting archery. You just can't pull it and shoot it. You got to sit there and aim it a little bit. And that's what that time has been, is allowed me to focus in and then go, okay, let's go. And then I can step into the game. I feel more productive that way because I'm able to prioritize early what is necessary and prioritize, and then what is going to need to be good enough to move on and put or reschedule it. That becomes priority tomorrow. So
that's
starting
good.
with my own little business meeting with me and the Lord in my day.
Yeah, that's good. Anybody else find a good coping, good managing?
Yeah, I can relate to Pastor Tim. I mean, as much as you want to give a formula that you want to do, chair time is so critical.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And with kids waking up early in the morning and chaos just starts the moment you open your eyes, if I'm just to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I found works is I literally get up and I get the kids ready. I take the dog and we go out on our trail, first thing in the morning. I think around 7 a.m., which is crazy that they're wanting to do that. So so we go on the trail, and as they're playing around, and it's kind of my moment to just get centered,
Yeah.
The kids are doing their thing, and I'm able to even a brief conversation, but having a brief conversation with the Lord for the day and going, okay, this is where we're starting. Okay. You're okay with me, you're not upset with me. And just like taking the kids back home, and then everything else kind of starts rolling, get to work, get to the meetings. But that has just been really helpful in coping with my emotions, I guess, emotions and just my mind and just getting straight.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I have found in my chair time that I'm leaning in really heavy on these, on the specifically the gifts of the Spirit, or the fruit of the Spirit, I should say.
Yeah.
So, I even this morning was Becky and I were praying together, because we did the same thing. It's the first thing we do in the morning. Most of the time, we don't every day, but most of the time we watch the Devos, and I do watch all of them, but I don't always, necessarily do that first thing. And so we'll lean into, okay, God, I need that fruit of peace today. I need you to ramp up gentleness, kindness. I need some self-control. I mean, I could just feel it. It's like, I know what this day is going to be, and I can already feel the panic of, I have nowhere to go. I have no place, no privacy. And it can kind of feel like it's really pressure on you. And so I just find myself specifically asking for those things. How about you guys?
Yeah.
I think for me, normally my chair time is more structured. What I found necessary, because I don't know how the whole day is going to unfold. I don't know what new things are going to be required. Yeah. My prayer literally has just been, God, I don't even know, but I need help. I just need your help. Usually my prayer would be more detailed, specific, but I found myself so often this last few weeks just help. I need help.
I think we're losing Cheryl.
We think we might have lost her.
Yeah.
Okay, she'll probably pop back.
There she goes.
She's back now.
She's back.
She's back.
Glitch.
So you were saying, instead of structured, you found yourself, and then we lost you. What'd you say?
Yeah, just crying out for God's help. And that just covers everything. Because I don't even know every morning. I don't even know what the whole day is going to hold any longer. It could be so vastly different than the day before, especially different than last month. And so that has just become my cry. I just invite him in to help in every area. I don't even know how to ask.
Yeah.
Just only help.
Yeah, it's good.
Like Zoom freezing up, random stuff.
Random stuff.
No.
Exactly. Help.
Yeah.
Can't find the right Zoom meeting.
And then we haven't heard from Pastor John either yet, so I want him to pipe in here in a minute. But Pastor Jennifer.
I was just going to say that I've been focusing more on who I want to be and how God helping me be that person, as opposed to the tasks. Just, who I want to be throughout it, who I want to be as a leader, as a mom, and just as a daughter, as God's child. So that's really just me talking to him about my heart and working through whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's really been the focus that I have, as opposed to focusing on, outcomes or tasks, because I know if I have that part right, then we're good. Everything else is good. So that's mainly what I've been focusing on.
Okay. No, that's great. It's great. Pastor John.
Well, apart from our own personal devotions, we have learned to pray for others more than we pray for ourselves. And there have been a list of people every day that I need to contact and pray with and pray through some of their situations, or help them pray through. So that's been a task. It's been encouraging. It's been draining, but it's also been challenging to spiritually get myself to that place where I can be of help and encouragement to others. I learned long ago when I did my cancer series treatments way back in 2006 that I had to quit praying for myself, let other people pray for me who had promised they would, and then I focused on others who were in worse condition than I was. So it was reaching out to help others more than so much focused on myself.
Yeah.
It's good, Pastor John.
That's good. Someday I want to grow up to be you.
Yeah.
Well, you had your cancer, you had this, you had that, so you're going to catch up.
All right. Okay. Someday I'm going to be there. Have a good beard like you got going on.
Boy.
Yeah.